Hello friends, today we are going to derive Gibbs phase rule. We have already studied or discussed Gibbs phase rule in the previous lectures or previous videos. Now what is Gibbs phase rule? Gibbs phase rule is a simple mathematical equation which gives us a relationship between the degree of freedom, number of components and number of phases in case of the heterogeneous equilibrium system. The mathematical equation is F is equal to C minus P plus 2, where F stands for the number of degree of freedoms, C stands for number of components, P stands for number of phases, while T is the constant, one for the temperature and one for the pressure. Now, how to derive this equation? Intention of this equation is to find out number of degree of freedoms. Number of degree of freedom is nothing but the difference between the total number of variables and total number of non-variables. So this is a simple subtraction between the total number of variables and total number of non-variables or equations. Now first we calculate the total number of variables. In case of the any equilibrium system, there are three parameters which are important. One is temperature, pressure, and other one is concentration. So state of the system is always depends upon temperature and pressure, while concentration is depends upon number of phases. So we will try to find out the concentration in the that particular phases. So that is with the help of number of variables. Suppose that if our system has a C number of components, then at that time we must know the concentration of C minus 1 component in the phases. For example, suppose if we have a water system, the component is 1. So how many number of phases we must know, or concentration of phases we must know is C minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. This indicates that in case of this system, it is independent on the concentration. That is, if we don't know the concentration of the component, it will not affect on the equilibrium. Hence, suppose that we have a silver lead system. This silver lead system consists of two components, and we will calculate the concentration of the number of component in the phases. So that is C minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So at least the composition of one component must be known, that is either lead or silver. While we will consider another example, third one, that is water, toluene and acetic acid system. Now in case of this system, there are three components. So C is equal to 3, and hence the composition of the number of component in the phases is equal to C minus 1, that is 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. That is, to define this system, we must know the composition of the two component in the phases, that is either water toluene or toluene acetic acid or water acetic acid. Therefore, the total number of variables is nothing but the product of number of phases and the number of component of which concentration in the phases is known. This is P into C minus 1 plus 2. Now we will see how to calculate number of non-variables, total number of equations. Now total number of non-variables, how they are to be calculated? For which, suppose that we have a component in the system and having P number of phases, then how many equations we need? We need at least P minus 1 equations. And if we have a C components, then we need C into P minus 1 equations. Again, if we have a component in a P phases, then we must need P minus 1 equations. In the same manner, for C component, we need C into P minus 1 equations. Now, therefore, the degree of freedom is nothing but the subtraction between, or the difference between total number of variables and total number of non-variables or total number of equations needed to define the system. Now, total number of variables is nothing but P into C minus 1 plus 2, while total number of non-variables is equal to C into P minus 1. So simply evaluate this, we get equation F is equal to C minus P plus 2. This equation we call as Gibbs phase rule. So this is what the derivation of the Gibbs phase rule.